awesome day of FileMaker training. I'm Richard Carlton, creator of FMTraining.tv, where every day is an exciting day to be learning about the Claris FileMaker platform. So today is another Nick Hunter day. We are going to be covering AI. I'm not sure where in the AI world we are covering today. We are looking at adjusting the trajectory a little bit of the way we're doing some things here, not organizationally, but the content, right? So the AI stuff seems to be pretty interesting. A lot of people like it, but it hasn't really resonated yet with a lot of folks because the direct applicability is kind of a question. So in the future, you're going to see live streams on either going kind of more of a classic where we have integration on. Like we're going to do integration with WordPress. We've never done a lot of work with WordPress, so we're going to work on bringing that to everyone. We're going to be working on all sorts of stuff, and Nick's going to be right in the middle of all that. For those of you wondering, Nick is here. Nick, are you there?
I am
Hello?
here. I
Nick is
am.
there. We are broadcasting. This is FM Training TV. We're broadcasting live. Triple cast. So we're broadcasting on YouTube, Twitch, and Discord. If you have questions about what we're doing, or you want to interact with us in kind of real time, YouTube isn't bad, but Discord is about a half a second to 1 second delay between what I say and when you see it. On YouTube and on Twitch, it's upwards of 90 seconds. It's you can ask a question and we won't see it. And it's fine if that's your preferred platform, but just keep in mind, if you want to get an invite to Discord, join us on Discord. We can send you an invite, but I think you can hit the button here, fmtrain.tv. So you hit the website right here. You scroll down, you can see the upcoming broadcast schedule. You know, we did a lot of AI, but the reality is I think this is still finding its footing. Just to frame the conversation completely for all of you. When FileMaker Go, so Todd Guy said something the other day, and it didn't, and I think he said it before, but it didn't resonate in my head. I'm gonna repeat it. Maybe all of you figured this out. AI is basically a new platform. And I don't mean like a platform that you build things on. It's a platform for delivering content material to your users. So what historically has been our platform? Pro was a channel, a platform, a tool. Then we had CDML, for those of you remembering that, in instant web publishing, for those of you who remember that. They had FileMaker Go, which is another platform. They had WebDirect. FileMaker Go with the iPhone and iPads, putting this on a mobile device, it came out. We did a bunch of promotions like we're doing with AI, and it didn't click for people. And it was one of those sort of things I can see where it doesn't click. AI is the same way. It took 5 years for Go to take off. Right now, if you go to our customer base and you say, Richard, you got how many projects going with 500 customers or something that are active or whatever the number is? How many of those have WebDirect projects, or how many of them have Go projects? 50%, really high percentage have Go projects. A lesser percentage have WebDirect, but WebDirect's an important piece of that, and that's another channel. AI is like that. AI is something that is another mechanism for delivering content. And where does it fit, and where does it make sense? And your brains aren't wired this way. Right now, AI is like people making photos, Richard with the swimsuit or Richard with some other bullshit. And that's fun. My sister sent me a video the other day where I jumped up on a rope and flew into rotor blades, and I magically didn't explode into chunks of red mist and meat. Like the rotor blades are turning a helicopter, and I did this rope and grabbed up, and she launched me into space. And so that's cool, but that doesn't help you in business. So the question is, where does it help? And what we're going to do is we'll have people doing narrow application. This is what Nick is starting to show. Application, where does it make sense, right? So that's an important part of this. So it's something that we're gonna balance the live streams with that. So just keep that in mind. Balance AI along with everything else that we've already done. So it's just another tool in a toolbox. So Nick, are you ready to go? I know I've talked a little bit, but I wanted to frame this because it's kind of important.
No, I mean, no, you're right. But I'm not sure if the AI is a platform. I mean, it's
It depends. The term platform may not be the best word, but it's a
uh,
we can push FileMaker data through AI out to the customer, or FileMaker can interact with AI to come back and give us results. But the point is that it's this big thing that people don't even really know how to use for practical business applications mostly. Because about the time people trust it, it's like like the court reporters. Hey, we're going to use AI to write these legal briefings, and the AI starts to make it up. Oh, it's a case of it's Ed Burkle versus Carlton in the big lawsuit from 2025, and they're like, no such thing exists, but AI will lie convincingly. So we get this whole issue of trying to verify it, right? So people have been burned, and so now they don't want to hang their ass over it. I mean, you want to hang your ass over the career because the AI is going to feel compelled to lie. I mean, we've always thought of computers as this. They will do a good job if the programmer does a good job. It's like Excel. If you put accurate numbers in, accurate numbers come out the other end. AI is not that way.
Yeah, I'm going to, if you want, today, I'm going to address that topic.
Okay. It's whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, but people get burned. So you have a sports car and you're going 100 miles down the freeway, you get a speeding ticket, and then you get a second speeding ticket, and they say one more speeding ticket and your ass is grass, we're going to revoke your license. People have a different attitude about their sports car. It's not so fun anymore, right? Who wants to go in a sports car 65 miles an hour down the freeway or whatever the kilometers are? So, So Nick, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I'm going to transfer command to you.
Yes. So this AI stuff. So let's talk about this. It's interesting because I run into many of these problems. Okay. So why AI sometimes sounds like, okay, there's multiple cases. For example, you ask AI something, and the AI instinctively, will come with their official rules, the official narrative. The official narrative says something like, I don't know, or if you want to lose weight, you need to eat less. Okay, so this is the narrative, but it's not that simple and it's not true at all. Okay, so after that, the AI will say, okay, so it will come with they will deduct stuff. Like, for example, okay, I don't know, but I assume that you should do this. So the AI will never say, I don't know. It will never say, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Never. It will always come with kind of a solution of what you say, and sometimes can be wrong. For example, one day, I asked the AI, oh, by the way, I'm going to receive a grand piano at home. And I wasn't sure how to put a grand piano back to his feet. And the AI said, oh yeah, you need to do this first, and then to do that, and then to do this. And then I realized, if I'm doing what you say, I'm going to destroy my piano. And then the answer will be, oh yeah, you're right. Right? So yes. So we need to, you need to double check. And here you have this in front of you. ChatGPT can make mistakes, check important info. For example, if you are using the logic of the AI for a reasoning, something like you need to deduct, something you need to come with a knowledge out of an experience, something you haven't experienced, like, okay, a piano mover will know by experience and with his knowledge how to go put back a piano on its feet. AI has no experience and no knowledge about this. Okay? Unless the AI will do a specific research. Okay? So AI will come with a deduction. a deduction. So it will come with that, with this, and then sometimes is spot on, and sometimes it's way off. Okay, like, and you can end up destroying the piano or whatever, you know. So when the integrity of somebody, the integrity of someone, the integrity of something is involved, double check. Or
Yes.
yeah, okay. If it's if it's not important, you don't care, you know. But or if not, you need to ask AI, please verify with source. And then you have the AI said, oh, thinking more or something, oh, checking the internet. Okay. So then it does research and then come with the answer. But yeah, the AI is making up stuff sometimes, you know, like inventing a FileMaker function that doesn't exist.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't want to disrupt your conversation today, but I had not addressed this, and I wanted to address it. It's because we see people who want to use it, but they're trying to figure out where it fits, and we're honestly trying to figure that out. So yeah,
it's very important. So okay, AI can be used as like reference. You can confirm something. You can ask for reference. You can also you can ask AI to do a bunch of stuff like, okay, you send a PDF and you say, oh, I want to know, or I want to know something from that PDF. Okay, so and it will come with what you want out of the PDF, and you don't have to read the document, right? Or you say, oh, I want you to summarize that for me, right? So yesterday I did a test, like, if you go to Amazon, for example, right?
Okay.
And you look for something like I don't know, like, okay, a mustard, a Dijon mustard, okay?
Okay.
Like this, or you open this one, okay? So you're there and you go here, ask ChatGPT, and you say, okay, summarize this page, okay? So you can say that, and then you have a summary of that page, right? So he said, okay, it's a brand, you have the brand, the type, the packaging, the price, the flavor, you have so he summarized. So that page like this, you have plenty of stuff. So you have this, right? Availability, customer rating, product highlights. So out of this page with all this stuff, right, you have this, right? So this AI can do that, and there's no way if you use AI that way, there's no mistake possible. It takes the thing here, and it got the thing for you, right? So you can ask ChatGPT to do something like this for a PDF, documents, right? For example, I did something recently that was interesting. I sent what's the name? A car. A slip, the car, how you call that? The paper of the car with all the information about the car, the owner.
Registration.
Registration. So I send that, because I'm buying the car, my friend. Okay.
Yep.
So, and we need to fill up a document because he's selling the car to me. Okay. So I'm going to give AI the PDF that I need to fill. I'm going to give AI the information of the seller, of the buyer, and the information of the car, which is the registration photo. And I will say, fill that PDF for me.
Wow, you better be careful with that.
No, because there's no mistake possible. The buyer name, I make a mistake. That means I'm changing my name or something. But if you say first name, last name of the buyer, first name, last name of the seller with the address, and then you send a copy of your car registration, and then it will fill up the PDF with all the information,
Okay.
right? Out of, it will do that for you. So you can use ChatGPT for that. Right?
You did that yesterday?
No, I'm going to do that for me. That my personal, but
Okay.
but I can do it live if you want tomorrow. I can do it live, no problem.
Okay.
But
what are we doing today then? What are we doing today?
So today we continue the series about the security. Because I want to talk about the security on ChatGPT. So we talk about the first level of security in ChatGPT yesterday, right? So we pretty much, we talk about what can you safely send to ChatGPT, right? What you should never send to ChatGPT, what you should avoid saying in prompt, and the best practice, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, and we are today we are going to talk about the level 2. Okay. And level 3. So the level 2 is the system level security. So what happened when you send something to ChatGPT? Okay, so ChatGPT is going to tell us what's happening. So all the message you upload are transmitted via HTTPS. So nothing more or less than talking to your bank, right? Or talking to your Gmail account. So that's the same thing. You covered with the HTTPS, right? Which has the same encryption standard used for online. Okay, you see, I didn't even see that, right? It's the same as talk. So if you trust your bank, why you don't trust ChatGPT?
Okay.
You trust your bank and you trust ChatGPT, or you don't trust both, because it's the same level of security.
In terms of the transmission over the wire, yeah.
Yes, the transmission. So the HTTP, right? So that's the same thing. So there's no, you have the same level of security, right? Then you have the temporary data, the chat content, the uploaded files, is stored encrypted from at rest while processing your request. Is the same. So the transfer from your computer to ChatGPT server is pretty much safe, okay? And I would say very safe. Then the encryption keys are managed by secure internal key management system, which are the same for FileMaker server, the same for your bank server, is the same for, that's the same system, right? So you have you have your key, they have their keys, and they share the key, that they don't share the encryption, So that's very secure.
Okay.
As I said, it's the same level as banking system, whatever, insurance. When you talk to your, I don't know, I recently sold my house in the US, so I was answering questions, sending documents to the title company websites, right? And I was pretty much sending very sensitive data, but it was encrypted. Like the same thing when you are on Dropbox, for example, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So we are on the same level here. Okay.
Okay.
So each user session is isolated. No other user can access your prompt or output, and there's no sharing between one accounts to another. So that means everything you say, everything you talk to ChatGPT, everything you send, ChatGPT will never take something from your chats and say and give that information to another account. Okay, that will never happen. Okay. So only a very small group of authorized engineers may access specific data for debugging or abuse detection under strict logging and confidentiality. Well, okay, that's what they say, okay? But so far, I'm saying so far, OpenAI or whatever, all the other company. I'm not that sure about Grok, or Gemini, but OpenAI is not in the business of making you a product like
Well, Google's
Google.
the same one. Yeah.
Google, you are the product. That's why everything is free. So I have no idea what Google is doing with the data you send to them. I have no idea. Okay.
Well, they use it to shoot targeted ads at you is what they do. So targeted advertising. So
yeah.
All right.
So
moving along.
OpenAI is not that business. So I'm not. I don't know. But sharing the data, your personal data, I'm not sure they do that. Okay. OpenAI employees cannot casually browse your user chat, which is not true, right? They don't have control on what happened on our side of the fence, right? And they're more interested in what happened on the other side, right? So retention and deletion policy. So for example, when you say store something, right? Because when you say to ChatGPT, store that, remember that, right? It stores, right? So for ChatGPT, the customer's products, data is retained for a limited period to ensure service reliability and safety monitoring. So when you send something, even if you don't say save, or if you don't say you don't say that, some of it will remain on the server, right? Like you said, for a limited period of time.
Yeah.
And then we get
once again. I think I know you're drilling into this pretty deep, but the overarching, I think, idea is that they say this is what they say, but if you value the data, you need to be careful about what you send these guys, because I think that given the opportunity, they could dig your data out of here if they wanted to.
Yeah, of course, but okay. So we covered that yesterday. What you shouldn't send. Of course, if you have the list of all the credit card of your customer, don't send that.
Yeah.
Or like I said, like yesterday, send fake information or send encrypted data, right? So you can, for example, let's say you really need to have something there, right, to fill up something. I don't know. You can send something, like a credit card number 1, credit card number 2, credit card number 3, but you don't send the credit card or the social security. But as I said yesterday, this is nothing to do with ChatGPT. This is something to do with good practices.
Yes.
Yeah. You never send your social security number by email.
Yes.
Right? And most of the time they send and if you talk to your bank, they say, "Oh, can you give me the 4 last digits?" Right?
Yep.
They don't ask you for all. So you can do that. You send you send like star, 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 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You can send that to ChatGPT, right? But sensitive data, you never send that. You never, and if you are under NDA or something like we do sometime at RCC, you shouldn't even leave the data shouldn't even leave the server.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So enterprise and team plan can opt for 0 retention mode, So your prompt and output are not stored after processing. So you can opt for this, okay, for enterprise and team plan, which is very cool though. The team plan, a team plan, I think what RCC should have, a team plan, because it's very cool. You can work on, you have your own environment, right? And you can switch to something else, like I have here, right? So yeah. You can manually delete chat history or disable it entirely. You can go to settings and data control, and you can delete your history. You can delete all the chats. or you can even ask ChatGPT to do that for you. You say, okay, delete everything, right? So ChatGPT will delete this, you know. So you have good control on what you do, right? With this. So model training and privacy. So this is very important. So by default, content from ChatGPT team and enterprise users is not used to train models. Okay, so they don't use your personal data to make to teach ChatGPT, right? So they use more, you know, different logics, right? They use like a thing like more generic things than your own stuff, right? So nothing from you is going to be like a part of their intelligence, for example, right?
Okay.
For free and plus accounts, prompt may be sampled and anonymized to improve model performance. Okay, so when you use free and plus accounts,
Okay.
you can turn off training use in settings, improve the model. You can remove that. You can uncheck this. In settings, you can say like Apple is doing the same thing. Or do you want us to share data with you? The phone. You say, do you want to share for to make more precise, whatever, to improve
Yeah.
their, so you can opt in, opt out, depending on what you know.
Okay.
Regardless of plan, sensitive fields are automatically filtered or masked before any analysis step. So I need more information about this, okay? Because it's too vague. I want to ask more.
Okay.
So I select this and I say, ask ChatGPT and say, can you elaborate? Okay. Because it's interesting, right? Elaborate. About this.
Okay. It's
Searching. Okay. Okay. When you send any text and file, OpenAI system runs it through a pre-processing safety layer before the mode actually reads it. The layer does automatic detection and anonymization of potentially sensitive data. Okay. Detection. So what is detects? Okay. Personal identifier, name, phone number, addresses, and emails. Okay, interesting. Financial numbers, right? IBAN, government or medical identifier, passport, social security numbers, authentication material. Okay.
sure.
It doesn't understand the meaning yet. It's just pattern matching and entity recognition. If something looks like personal field, it gets tagged internally.
Okay.
Okay. Masking or okay. Once tagged, the data pass through an internal masking step. Interesting to know that.
Okay.
Right? So even if a user accidentally pastes something private, the model next stages don't have access up to the literal contents. If a message contains clear high-risk data like full medical record or multiple ID, the system may block the input before processing or truncates the specific parts and continue with the rest. So
Well, this gets back. I mean, I know you're going through this kind of slow, but this gets back basically to the one issue where, if you want to send sensitive data to Chat GPT, then you need to run your own model on your own hardware, on your
yes.
own server. And because the rub on that is one where, because clearly if it's removing things before it processes it, then you're going to get potentially funky responses or inaccurate responses because the AI didn't see your data because it was kind of sanitized before it got to it, right? Which is good, but it also means that if you have emails or names or things like that, you may get an answer may not be as accurate or quality as it would be if you ran your own model. Now, running your own model requires a lot of money on a per month basis to do that. It's not cheap, right? You're talking about quite a bit of funding to run your own server with your own AI, right? So that's the flip side of this conversation, right? So
Yeah, but so after that, okay, who needs that, right? It's very specific, and at one point, everything has a cost.
Yep.
So
Yep.
there, and after that, you have laws. For example, I worked for a company in the UK. Like I said yesterday, a company in the UK. It was out of law to put data from people living in the UK outside of the UK. You can
Yes.
store. Okay, so that's why. And ChatGPT is in the United States, so you cannot send anything to ChatGPT.
Okay.
So in that case, they would have to, if they want to use the AI, they need to have their own server.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
All right.
So, but I want to know that, I want to know what happened here. Okay. So the infrastructure in compliance, OpenAI, operate in secure cloud infrastructure with continuous security audits. Okay. Yeah. Well, the normal stuff like, FileMaker the same. Independent third-party audits will access control, so you have this. And data centers are located in regions that meet EU and US privacy standards. Okay.
Okay.
Incident response and 24/7 security monitoring, intrusion detection, and anomaly detection system. So yeah, I presume that because they must be like, attacked and stuff like this all the time. If a security event occurred, user will be notified according to application data breach laws. Okay, so OpenAI encrypt and isolate all data in a transit and at rest. The key difference in the retention, ChatGPT enterprise, no training. Okay, so yeah, so that's why sometimes it's better to consider run a different plan, not just the free plus, right? For more anonymity and security,
Yeah. So if you're doing free, you're potentially gonna, exposes what data you're sending more so. So yeah, once again.
And anyway, when you use the free, you don't have the full reasoning of ChatGPT, right? So you need to. The plus is okay, but if you really, really need to get the juice out of ChatGPT, you need to go to the Pro model. It's
Okay.
I realize this, or people say, yeah, but ChatGPT, I don't have the result I want. I say, yes, it's normal because you're in the free, in the free, you have the free plan. The free plan, it doesn't go deep, right?
Right.
So,
Okay.
okay, so now we have another topic that I want to go, the third one. So let's go this, right? So I want this. So let's talk about this.
Okay.
Can you talk about this? Okay. So the strategic security integration in ChatGPT with FileMaker, for example. Okay. So what it says: sandbox works, experiment, schema design, AI prompt testing. So production work, system with client or company. Okay, so you have two things here. Okay. Keep a clear wall between the experiments, schema design. So that was, when you talk about your solution to ChatGPT, or if you send client data, there are two things, right? All sensitive brainstorming in sandbox version of FileMaker file of using mock data, John Doe, never paste production record or real DDR that contain customer information. So yeah, so that we talk about that, right? So you need to anonymize your data, like strip all names, email, IDs. So you send something, you send, okay, like client A password 42 or UUID 123. So let's say, so that's interesting information. Let's say you have, you want to send to, let's open this one. Okay, so you want to send data to your customer, to ChatGPT, to do something. But each record you send to ChatGPT, you need to get back the results, right? And you want to integrate that result in your data. So you need to reconcile what ChatGPT did with your data, so that you need to be able to match which record goes with which, right? So instead of, let's say I'm here, so instead of sending, so let me stop this right quick. So let's go to contacts and then go to the end. So instead of sending real names, right? And if you want to reconcile, let's say you send, or to ChatGPT, you send like 1,000 records, and you say, okay, fix something or do something with the data I sent for each record, and then ChatGPT send back to you a CSV file, and you want to re-import the CSV file and reconcile. Instead of sending the name, send the UUID of your contacts. Then ChatGPT will do what it needs to do, and then send back the results. And then you can say, okay, import file, right? And you do a match on the data, right? So you match the data that ChatGPT get back to you, right?
So you're sending it a temporary UUID to identify the customer?
Yeah, so we do, we all have, in company, we have UUID, contact, you have UUID. You might have UUID for invoices, you have UUID for everything, right? Oh, you should have. If you don't, you should, You should have a primary key. You need a primary key for each record in each of your tables. Okay? So that is for this case scenario. That means you can retrieve, match, get an update from outside, and you can get a match from a new set of record with your old set of records with a unique identifier. That's why we call that UUID, unique identifier ID. Okay. So, and you instead of using first name, last name, stuff like this to ChatGPT, send to ChatGPT, no, you send a UUID that for ChatGPT is.
Does ChatGPT is capable of understanding that you're using UUID to identify the customer, as opposed to Dick Smith or some name? Does it?
Oh, you tell it. You said. You just need to say to ChatGPT what you want. You need to state what's the name, the rules. You're the boss, right? So you need to say ChatGPT, okay, but it's smart enough. For example, let's ask, okay. If I send, long story short, if I send to you a CSV with contact records, and I send to you their UUID, you will be capable of understand that.
Okay, and you're going to want to proof that before you hit return. Whoops. Okay.
But it's okay. He will understand. If you send me a CSV with contact
pretty
records,
good, Nick.
and each
That's
record,
pretty good. So even
right?
though you're typing like shit, it still understood you, which was nice.
Yeah,
It
he
understood the
knows me.
context.
You know,
That's nice.
no, he understood he understand the context because this what's the name? This where is this webinar? Okay, this chat is webinar discussion. So since the beginning, he knows what we're talking about, right? We talk about webinars about FileMaker. Okay, so that's why he knows the context of that discussion.
Okay.
Right? So see, if we say this active, he will understand that, unsafe example, UUID, name, this,
Okay.
right? So this is safe, this is not, right? So the key principle, UUID and anonymous code are safe, real human identifiers are not, right? So very simple. And but most of the time, okay, when you deal with when you need to send something to ChatGPT, right? You don't send too much thing first. You need to limit what you want, and don't send any personal information, and that's it. But you can do whatever you want, right? Because after that, if you send, for example, this UUID, right? City, zip, you won't know what it is. There's no danger. Right. You can send an address, right? So like, for example, you can send to ChatGPT. Let's say you have you send. Okay, I can do an example, for example. Okay, so let's do a test. Let's do something. Let's create a new file. Okay, blank, and test GPT. Okay, I'm going to create. I said yes. Did it? Okay. An ID, right? UUID. Get. Okay. A name and a phone. Okay. So I'm doing this, and I say here, name Nick, and I put a phone number like 69 or 80 okay, like this.
All right.
Okay, and I put like country. So like something I did with ChatGPT, right? And I add a country here. So let's say this is Greece. Don't worry, this is a fake number.
Okay.
So I have Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And 40510. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you phone. Like this, and this is US. Okay. And I have another one. Stefan blah, and his phone number is 6. Okay, and this is France. Okay, so I have 3 numbers, right? I have phone numbers, country, and here what I want to do. I want ChatGPT to format that phone number based on the country. Okay. So this will be +1 parenthesis, right? But the French will be +33, and you will have a parenthesis here, right? And it will be like this, right? So each country formats, right? Okay. So, and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do a demo how to interact with ChatGPT, and in the same time, how to be safe. Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this, okay? And then I'm going to do a screenshot like this, plus 30 and 69, like this, okay? Then plus 1. So I'm going to format like in the US, okay? And here I'm going to do plus 33, parentheses like this, like this, like this, like this. Actually, no. Like this, like this, like this, and like this. Okay? So, and now I'm going to take a screenshot. So let's say I have thousands and thousands of records like this. Okay? I'm exporting this as a CSV. Okay?
Yep. I'm following.
Contact. Okay.
Yep.
Contact. And I'm exporting this, this, and this. Okay? Actually, I'm exporting ID, phone, country. I don't export
Okay.
names. Okay? So I'm exporting those. So now I have 3.
2 screenshots
Right?
and a
So
CSV. Yeah.
yes. So let's do a test. And don't forget you are live. So why I'm doing this is because I don't want to ChatGPT to say things about me, because this is my accounts. So he knows when I said we live, well, be like, he will change even the way he talked to me.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, because I told him, I put the rules. I said, when I say we live, I don't want anything about what I did today, anything about how I feel, and no,
Okay.
So here what I want. Okay. First, so I have my here
Okay.
screenshot. First you have first I'm going to send you a list of contact with their phone,
Okay.
and I want you to format the phone per country,
Okay.
okay, as I show you in the screenshots.
In this.
So I send the one they are, I want, and the CSV file.
Right.
And so send me back a CSV with the changes.
Okay. So you'd send it. So you're giving it sample data, Nick, is what you're doing with this? The
Yeah,
screenshot
so
had sample data. Okay. Yeah.
yes, screenshot is to show ChatGPT what I
Okay.
want.
But then normally the CSV would have probably had a whole lot of records on it, right? Not just, yeah.
Yes, yeah, of course. But you can
Right.
send like 2, 3 example,
Yeah.
right? Got it.
Yeah.
Your CSV
It's
doesn't include header, name, phone, or country. It only has data. Let's fix this. Okay, so
adding headers. Okay.
yes, so yeah, but there's no and reformat. So let's fix it. Definitely header. Okay, so first column is UUID. Second is a phone, and third is country.
Okay.
I think. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So return the CSV.
You didn't spell column very well. We'll see what it does.
Yeah, it doesn't care. You understand the
The context.
the
Yeah.
context. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, the trick is, and I've been learning this with some of the stuff we've been doing with Todd Geis, is that yeah, that's interesting. I messed that up a little bit. That the doing the chat is interesting, but in a database system, you wouldn't even really want to talk to the database. You want to just do it directly, so it takes care of the phone numbers for you without you trying to have a conversation with the
Yes, so and that's why you need to send
yes,
instructions,
you'd send the
right?
instructions, you would
So
embed the instructions.
yes,
Margaret was
so
wrestling with this.
so
It's that one command. It's what the get response, AI response, or what get response, or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty.
so you yeah, but that's why when I when you do something like this within the data, within the FileMaker, so you don't talk to, with the API,
Yeah,
let's say, okay? So that's why back in the day, maybe March can find the webinar. We talk about that, and I had like a catalog of prompts. Like you can choose your
yeah,
commands, right? So and when, for example, you have a table with records with a set of
okay,
instructions,
yeah,
and you can say to your script, say, okay, go, and you send that record with a related record. You can send that record with that
okay,
ID, for
yeah,
example, and that record is the prompt for a type of, like this, for example, right? So you explain what you want. You say, okay, I want you to do this, and then you have the set of data, and boom, the script. You know what I mean? The script send that
sure,
to ChatGPT, and
okay,
boom, you can do whatever you want. Like I'm going to do that not next week, but the week after. We have the
okay,
semantic search,
yeah,
right, and the natural language search. So that also applies. You need to send some instruction to how to do the natural search and how to do the semantic, right?
okay,
So yeah, here there's a problem. So when there's a problem,
okay,
screenshots, right, and you say there's a problem with the US number. Can you check?
okay.
Yeah. Yes. So you will regenerate the
Okay.
file.
Yeah, the trick is once again is making sure that this is working accurately, and then the trick is, does it stay? Yeah, if we have the response model, right? You have
But
is where you're pushing a button, you're sending this data to it. You want to make sure it's going to produce reliable results today and tomorrow and into the future, right?
see, you keep doing the same mistake.
What the hell? Okay, yeah, interesting. Are you in the right one? Yeah, you
Um,
are.
yes.
It's like talking to a fifth grader. It's like, hey,
Yeah, that exactly. That's what. But so
I love how it agrees. I totally agree, and but I can't help myself. I'm a fuck up. This is a funny conversation, and it's yeah. So this is the part that this worries me always in the back of my mind, because even if I got it working, would it keep working for the customer tomorrow? So we built this as a button, and it does it automatically, and it works. Is it gonna? Is it?
so there's no.
Yeah.
Did I do a mistake on the phone?
Maybe go no. Okay, where's the screenshot? Go
Oh
to the
no.
screenshots. The two screenshots.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay, there's
That's a correct phone number.
yeah, that's formatted correctly right there.
So why did a mistake here? Right? So anyway, but okay, now what you can do, okay, you can do something like this. So let's say I need to send to you a prompt to generate this task of formatting phone per country and send that to you via API.
Okay.
What generate to me the proper prompt.
Okay. Yeah,
So what I
so
need to
then you
say
grab this and you put this into that get response
exactly.
function. Okay.
Yes. So so you are excellent. Okay. See, so first the prompt needs to be a JSON.
Okay.
That what is going to answer, right?
Mm.
So you need to do this. Which model, the message, the role, you are data transfer assistant, you clean, so you need to,
Okay.
right? So this is how it works,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're given a CSV with column, right?
Yeah, this is what people. I mean, most of you have been hanging out with Nick. I haven't seen as much of his stuff, but yeah, this is talking to the chat is a good way to start. But you need to be able to package this into a single button that people push, so we don't have to have a chat with the damn thing.
Yes, but because but you need to summarize. So Python, it's what ChatGPT use, okay, to generate things and create things. They use Python,
Okay,
okay.
that's fine.
Now, if you want from the FileMaker, this is the easiest way,
Mm-hmm.
to create your own prompts, right? So you send that before the data, right? I'm not saying you send the data within this, right? But or you can do it, but it's better to send the file after, you are giving a CSV with column. So you
Yes.
prepare, right? With an example, and you can give like I just did, you give an example, a sample, like instead of sending a screenshot, you say, okay, format as this, right? For Greece, for France, for whatever, right? So, and most of the time, ask ChatGPT to do it for you, right? So now I can copy this, I put that in my scripts, and every time I'm pressing the button to ask ChatGPT to do that, it will do exactly what I want, right?
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, what else do we need to cover today? I don't know how late do you normally run. We're past our first hour here, so.
Yeah, it's it passed 10 minutes or 7 now, so we're good. We can continue
Okay.
tomorrow for the same topics, and I can come with more example on this and see and finish this topic of AI. But I'm going to continue a little bit the AI topic, but more into ChatGPT, because I'm going to talk about the next topic will be about configure this. It will be about natural
Yeah.
language and
Yeah.
semantic
Yeah. Yeah.
find.
We need to continue all that. That's good stuff. Okay. Cool. I know
Yes.
it's been kind of quiet. Part of this is pretty dry, everyone, as you're well aware. But I think addressing the security stuff, even if honestly, even if I don't totally believe the bullshit that they say, right? Because if they can sell your data and make money on it, I think they will. I think the bottom line is you don't submit anything that's sensitive. You abstract the data with UUID, kind of important, honestly. You extract the data with UUID, so that way, UUID number, whatever this is, if you're doing medical records or something, had a heart attack and blah, 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 and whatever. And as long as it's abstracted, then it's, you can bring it back in, update the data, have ChatGPT interact with you. One thing. The other part is, of course, is Nick is talking about the conversation, but that's something I hadn't thought about today is after you're done with the conversation, you've trained it to a point, say, hey, can we turn this into a prompt? So we don't have to have this conversation again, right? With you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. All right, everyone. Well, tomorrow we're going to continue the conversation. Nick, are you good with that tomorrow? Continuing this?
Oh yeah, sure. We continue. I want to import back the. I will have more. I will have more example. I'm going to check why this is fair like this. But anyway, I will check. I will check all of this, and tomorrow we continue the conversation like this. It's interesting.
Well, it is because I can see where this goes and it becomes practically useful, which is what I'm always big on. The usefulness of this, right? And because a lot of the AI is stupid, and so I want useful, valuable stuff that a customer wants and they find valuable, because then I can provide value to them. For those of you who are developers working for someone else, you can provide value to your customer, or you're the customer and you also learn FileMaker. You can provide value. You see something you want, you build it yourself, or steal it from Nick.
But yeah, exactly. But the usefulness, for example, are there's no limits. It's everything you can. For example, I do that because I'm doing this really for a customer. He has a list. It has a huge contact list, and sometimes you have USA, sometimes you have US, sometimes you have United States. So he want to clean the information. So we send to ChatGPT. We say, okay, this is the list of country I have in my system.
Yep.
Right. I have this.
So you're sending this entire. You're anonymizing the data, and you're cleaning their entire database. Yes. Wow. Well, that's yeah. So, yeah, I would.
Yeah, because I don't care. I have a UUID. UUID with a country. I'm sending a list of UUIDs with country. How the hell this can be a
it's threat? It's not. It's safe. All right, cool. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah. Good. All right, cool. Well, so finally, I have to get it out of him at the end of it. So this is how we should start the show. Like, why are you here and why should I give it? Yep, we're going to have AI clean the data for us today, and this is how we're going to do it, okay? So nothing like having me back in the place to push Nick, make him better, make him more awesome. All right, Nick, it's good. Cool. So tomorrow, same time, same station? Yes?
Same thing. Okay. Yeah, same time, same place.
That's it. Nick, anything else? We good?
No.
Cool. All right, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow. See you.
Bye.